Hero. You know, I have friends, and they are amazing casters.
Oh, you do?
I do. I want to hear their voices. So, amazing friends. Please talk. It's your turn.
Holafel, you flatter us, but thank you. You're also an amazing hero. Welcome to Desk at your service. It's Leo and Gideon bringing you this game one in a best of two. The final match on this broadcast. It's Evos Glory going up against RRQ Akira.
Yep, this is going to be an exciting one here because, again, I want to see RRQ Akira really make strides here at the International. We always have high expectations, but they always fall just a little short. But considering what the draft is right now, I'm so surprised Farmers wasn't picked up earlier.
Os Reis de Latam, the kings of Latam as they're known, had to get that last pick, Faramis. Even the analysts are wondering, why is Faramis not be big help? I think LaFell said, maybe Vixana. Was it Mirko said maybe Vixana? Because that's how far Faramis has fallen, man.
I don't know. I personally think that Farmers is still pretty relevant in this meta as of right now, right? But there are certain conditions that need to be met. But against a lineup of Evos Glory, where everybody has some form of an AoE, a disgusting amount of initiation, it can get really brutal really fast.
They got a good amount of comfort picks. Again, Brands, the king of the marksmen, picking up his signature Claude, who's able to defend for days. One of the few reasons why they went as deep as they did in the last MPL ID playoffs. Of course, you have Anavel on his lane. Pecha, man, as good as the Carl TZ Ling was in the prior match, this is also a thing of beauty.
Honestly, I would have liked to see him have played the Hayabusa instead, because I've seen him play Hayabusa before. And when he gets like that one kill, this team makes magic happen. Somehow they get that one and they turn it into two. And now Gusta Lagusta has to deal with a full level 4 Anavel. He makes it out, but he doesn't want to commit the ult just yet.
Something else to note, you're looking at RRQ Akira's lineup. There have been word in the grapevine that maybe Luis isn't playing. Maybe it's Blink, their ever-loyal sixth man. But no. Here he still is, the Brazilian heartbreaker, back on the world stage, playing on that Grok, and he's just holding down the fort, man. Usually when you're a Grok, you're hyperactive when you're rotating, when you're checking in on the opponent's jungle. Here is just, yeah, I'll wait for you, Saigen. I'll wait for you to get your wave back in. Hey, Dreams, how you doing?
Dreams is having the time of his life, right? Just fighting against the Grok to try and hit level 4, but worst yet, Clawhood ends up missing a good amount of EXP, doesn't hit level 4, but we look at the top side, right? Anavel, he's able to steal whatever camps that he wants because there's such a strong freeze on the top side of the map, and now Saigen, oh no, he walked into the wall, pops down the Nether Realm to keep himself alive.
That is unfortunate. Now Luis spots Anavel. Let's go. I was just about to say, what was that, Gideon? What was that fumble? Did he miss out on the Shadow Stampede, hence why he had the Netherrealm himself into surviving?
I mean, he might have fat-fingered the Purify into the wall.
Butterfingers.
Butterfingers. Hey, look, I mean, I'd be nervous on my well, technically not even their first match, essentially, in terms of experience, but on an international stage like that, and especially playing on the Amazon stage, it's a little daunting.
It's huge. Yeah. You feel like a little speck in this amazing stage that is the possibly biggest we've ever had in the history of our esport. Down bottom, check it out. Tekash, Astro Thunder, pushing away Fluffy. I like that lineup, actually. I like that matchup. As the CC, I'm pretty confident. Look at this, a rotation, the diversion by Dreams and Clawkun.
Hey.
Blasting Gusta Lagusta. Minute 0, he hasn't had anything, man. He's struggling.
He may be struggling, but in terms of gold, right, he's not too far away. The only hold on, the wall trash from Luis, and he's pushed out position. He quickly flickers out of there, and now with the power of nature, he should be all right. But Brands, he just uses BMI, manages to go back in position. Great positioning from Dreams, just covering the battle mirror image.
The reason why they call him the Indonesian Nightmare. Always putting up where they need him. Interestingly, that was a good trade of ults. Battle spells, though, I think that's where Evos Glory won out. This is uncharacteristic of these two teams, Gideon. Because look, 4 minutes in, second turtle almost up, no kills from Evos Glory, who loves fighting, and from RRQ Akira, who loves to snowball. Neither of them able to find a grip.
Well, I do think that, you know, this is very much in the playstyle of RRQ Akira. However, I will say for Evos Glory, this is, you know, rather interesting. Usually they play around heavily around brands. This time around, people are able to express themselves. Like, look at this, Luis! He's getting surrounded by all the members, forced to wild charge out of there as King and Gusta Lugusta are trying to claim back the space. And now Evos Glory is like, it's totally fine. You can sit on top of the turtle first if you want.
And they're delaying this take. So far, I'm not so sure if that's to their benefit or if Annabelle is just saying, you know what, take your time, guys. I'm still on my purple.
I think it's most beneficial for Brands because he can walk down to the mid lane, pick up some gold, go back to the top lane and lose basically nothing in his lane, and they can just chill out, right? Evos Glory, as much as they want to play around Brands, they know that he needs resources and they'll create some space to get him those resources.
And as you just read, it's definitely for Evos Glory now. All five just wailing away at the turtle. Another one secured here, but this time going over to Evos Glory. So they're one turtle apiece still on that pacifist run, Gideon. No kills for either side.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa, that was
Tekash.
That was very dangerous. And now in the mid lane, hopefully, okay, it breaks down. As you were saying,
Tekash has yet to leave his lane, man.
I mean, I would say he is a little slow on the rotation, but then again,
He doesn't have to.
I mean, the problem is that he hardly, it's difficult for him to push waves, man. It's Terizla, man. You can't outpush that guy.
But he's winning. Look at that turret.
I mean, that's only because they made that initial rotation, right? Like, while everybody was at Turtle, we see this fight down on the bottom side of the map where Tekashi chunks out Annabelle. As mentioned during the battle, oh wait, Louise, great Purify coming in from Clockhoop, but Dreams will still die. The Implosion does buy a little bit of time, but Brands, he can only do so much. A lot of AoE, great splash from this. Wait, the TP, Louise spots it out, Clockhoop, he whips, he throws it the wrong way, and Fluffy's here in the middle of it. He's trying his best as the Netherrealm pops, and now he's only just begging to survive. Please let me go. 1 HP, Body of Smith once again saves his life.
An absolute unit, thick with 14 Cs. At this early on, what's he building? It's a War Axe and a Warrior, but what?
I mean, that's what we've been hearing from the panelists. War Axe, Terizla, they just go hand in hand. Now you get all the benefits of the Spell Vamp on top of the War Axe passive, and now Tekashi is going to crack open tier 1 bot side.
Astro Thunder just keeping up the pressure. He is doing work, man. And because of that, they're about 1,000 gold ahead here. That's amazing. I don't know if RRQ Akira knows that right now is the best time to strike. As soon as they hit the 8-minute mark, oh, Luis, holding out for it. All right. As soon as they hit the 8 to 9-minute mark, that's when they should really bear down on Evos Glory. Because if y'all watched any MPLID playoffs, they're capable of coming back.
No, the timing! It's so bad. Gusta Lugusta just walked into the brush. He didn't know that the diversion was going to happen there. But King does secure the turtle in the meantime. And that's the final turtle of the game. Dreams, he's caught out of position. Pulled back even by Sagan with a combo. Wait, hold on. The implosion to turn things around. And now Fluffy with a penalty zone. The yin-yang reactions just won't stop. The Netherrealm keeps them alive. But it doesn't mean that they get to walk away. Clawkun finds another kill.
Whoa, amazing. The turnaround by Dreams. When you thought he was the prey, he turned into a predator and just, with a flick of a wrist, took down 2 members from RQ. Man, because of that, the conversion is through the roof. Look at this. Now, it's them up by about 500 gold.
I mean, they've equalized. They've equalized the economy between the two. And just to add on, Dreams, honestly, he's being that nightmare you were talking about. He's the guy that you close your eyes, you open. Oh, wait, what's that in the corner of my room?
And it's him. He's sitting
just standing there menacingly,
just waiting to hit you with an implosion. And next thing you know, you're 3 men down and you're about to lose a Lord, which, by the way, is about a minute away from now. What's the items looking? Dude, I am afraid of how Evos Glory aren't really bearing down on Tekash. Like, they better watch out for Astro Thunder because all of this space that they're giving him might bite him in the butt later on, especially if you find Tekash and Sagan in the same spot. Like, we haven't really seen that yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen them just yet. And I think, you know, once we've I mean, the map is a little unlocked for now, and maybe Tekashi is going to be able to get into the middle of those fights, but let's talk about the lead, because as much as they equalize, Annabelle is significantly ahead of King. Similarly to how Tekashi is significantly ahead of Fluffy.
And I think that's fine because, oh wait, we'll talk about it later. Fluffy's in trouble!
He can't get out of this one. The poor man just has to close his eyes and just let it happen.
They folded that boy in half. I mean, body of Smith withstanding, it doesn't matter. You can't do that against 5 angry Brazilians.
I mean, I think he just doesn't want to lose out on that flicker, to be perfectly honest. I think that Evos Glory can really drag out this particular fight because they're depending heavily on Luis to find the engage.
Yes, they can. And now it's all about the lane control. Conceal here by Dreams. Can they force something? They let go. Little Wanderer scored by RRQ Akira. The Lord very low!
He's going to try to step steal. Annabelle gets it! The Nether Realm keeps them alive! And that just means that Dream sacrifices life for hire as Clawhood cannot get out of the situation. This is about to get really bad as now the flicker and the wall charge comes through. Not enough follow-up damage. RRQ Akira backed off. They're happy with just 2.
And I think Evos Glory just really thread the needle there, stealing away the Lord from RRQ Akira. I think both teams just walk away saying, whew!
Yeah, it's, well, I mean, it's a little stressful, I'm not gonna lie, and it looks like it's gonna be the Queen's Wings purchase for the side of Fluffy. He wants to engage, and he wants to maintain his kill threat.
He wants to keep going, man. He wants to keep going, and I think it's that pressure. It's an all-in engage from Evos Glory, where RRQ Akira don't mind if the fight goes longer, which is interesting. It's a switch-up. It's a switch-up between the dynamic, because earlier on, it was Evos Glory who wanted to go longer, but now RRQ Akira are hoping, hey, can we slow down a bit? Can we let this Lord simmer? Because we're better like that.
Yeah, let's just let it cook in the hot pot just for a little bit longer at this point in time. I think that RRQ Akira, once we get into the mid game, like Sagan is going to be a legitimate threat in these fights, considering that Evos Glory kind of want to like engage at the same time. So here we go, mid tier 1 now under threat. King, he's able to tank the damage for now, and it looks like it's enough to deter the rest of Evos Glory.
Hold up, get in. I just noticed. Annabelle rocking the Warcry just now picked up the BOD. Not a single kill just yet. What's going on?
He's been power farming, right? And to be fair, he is significantly ahead of King. Last we checked, he was 1k ahead. Here comes the wild charge. Oh, it actually connects. He's trying to get on out of there, Brads. He cannot keep on attacking Takashi. And now with the Nether Realm, all of it being broken at the same time. Sagan is still alive, looking for the opportunity to get back onto it. But Annabelle is able to take out King and Gusta Lagusta in one fell swoop. Not close enough, it seems.
Brands was so expensive. It took all of RRQ Akira and Tekash just putting a beat on him. Maybe 5 seconds of pure yo-yo action. Look at this. We'll see it in the replay once more. Look at the back line. That's where my eyes were all this time. The huge collapse. There really wasn't much. Again, very ult reliant, very all-in explosion from Evos Glory. RRQ Akira, maybe go one more time. That should change the tone.
I would imagine that it would. Oh my goodness, it looks like a majority of this leave from Evos Glory actually is from this Ling.
Yep, check it out. So far, again, I think they're in the right spot. They are where they need to be. Again, I mentioned this like 2 or 3 hours ago. As a utility jungler, your items are just naturally cheaper.
Yeah.
So King doesn't mind. He's a king that sits on a paper throne, but it's a throne nonetheless.
Hey man, that paper mache is slowly getting coated with gold eventually, right? Super low kill count game considering the compositions we're seeing from both of these sides, right? 4 to 6.
It's pure macro.
It's pure macro.
Brazil and Indonesia have picked up on the amazing macro. I correct myself. Latam, that is the kingdom that RRQ are carrying, man. Not just a country, but a whole region. At least a dozen countries.
At least a dozen countries in there, all combined. Annabelle now completing the endless battle. Now going to have some true damage to really start applying the hurt onto people like Luis and even some of the squishier targets like Gusta Lagusta. At this point in time, how long can they actually hold this dance? Because it's getting low. It's getting real low.
All right, that's a 5th left on to the Lord. The conceal by the Indonesian Nightmare. Looking for an engage. Here he goes.
He's going to find
close.
it. Great timing. Steal from Annabelle. The implosion perfectly timed as Sagan tries with the Nether Realm, but it's already too late. And it's going to be the Blade of Tempest taking out Sagan with the backline. Brad, so expensive. Annabelle has to carry this, has to secure these kills as Clawhood takes it. Doesn't mind. You can try and outplay this. Gusta Lagusta at 1 HP. Will try his best. Finch poise. He doesn't find him. He doesn't actually want to go because Takashi, the bodyguard, keeping him in check. Literally 1 HP. Gusta, you gotta try. No, he backs away. They let him live. They let him live to send the message.
All right, 2 for 3, plus the Lord going over to Evos Glory. Again, I'd say this is very, very scarily similar to the very first Lord.
It is. It does look very scarily similar. I mean, I like now that RRQ Akira, they're very together. Last time, it was kind of all over the place, but now...
Together.
Yeah, they are. They target acquisition.
Yeah.
They all are going for the same targets each and every time. If they spread out their damage, I don't think they would have gotten the same results.
That's right. So now they just have to be more together.
They have to be more than just one.
They have to be a singularity.
It's gonna get to that point, right?
A Latin American singularity.
The Latin American singularity.
Because
that.
They're so good at it, right?
It's true.
And anyone from Gusta to Tekash to Saigon could have hunted down Anavel.
Is anybody going to protect Fluffy here? Are they just going to... Oh, Fluffy. He's going with it. And now, with the penalty zone, NetherRealm already comes out. They've already lost their temp HP. They got to get on out of there. But now Anavel in the middle of 4. The conceal comes out. He finds 2. Give him one more. No, he's out. But now the backline, Tekashi as well. So close, but Brands, he survives this time. The big difference maker is here.
Gideon, they did not heed our words. They were less than together there. They were pretty spread out. Again, one more look. They were together where it mattered for Anavel, and then they were spread apart, dispersed when they couldn't have afforded to. Evos Glory divided and conquered, man. 10-10. Say what you will about that scoreboard, but the map has turned blue. The Evos fam are happy.
Yep, and look at Anavel. He's just tanking damage just for fun. He knows.
I can hear the theme song now, man. I can hear the Evos fam theme song.
Oh boy. I mean, at this point, I think still, RRQ Akira, they still have an opportunity, but they need somebody that can force out that Bladed Tempest as early as possible and still take care of Brand. So, hold on. Target
the
acquisition.
Indonesian Nightmare is on a roll, dude. He forced with a single... to be fair, he flickered and Implosion and forced such a response.
And that's what you want, right? That's what we want to see from Evos Glory. And hopefully they can keep on rinsing and repeating the process. Maybe if they can buy 100 seconds or so, but Lord already spawned.
Okay, to be fair, 100 seconds is plenty time in the world of MLBB. Look at the ults and the resources from RRQ Akira as they make their way to the Lord, approaching half health. King rolling out like the Autobots.
Oh, and he's trying his best. Where's the NetherRealm? It's going to be popped soon, but now coming back in with the Lycan Pass, they're holding it for as long as possible. They've already broken everything. They lost their temp HP so fast, and now Anavel breaking apart the backline. Lycan Pass keeps him alive. Oh, great movement from Gusta Lagusta as he takes out Anavel. Brands TPs into the backline with the help of Clockwood to find the trade.
As beautiful as it could have been for Gusta Lagusta clean house, they forgot that the king of marksmen, Brands, is still here, and he's the one who comes in claiming their heads, and that just straight up opens up this Lord. Anavel's 15 out, give or take. Oh, the fact that King is down makes us all the more an Evos Glory Lord.
Yep, Evos, again, they've done a really good job at securing these neutral objectives for a majority of this game. But worst yet, I think that RRQ Akira are banging their heads against the wall. It's like, what do we do against Anavel? Like, he almost guarantees jumps in after the temp HP from NetherRealm and gets 2.
And that's why I think we get the answer to why do we not see Faramis. Prior to this matchup, Faramis only showed up 3 times across all Stream A games. We used to see Faramis in 100% of games, Gideon. That's true. This is a new age.
It is a new age, and it's more surprising that it only... it's even more surprising that it only takes one person to cause that much destruction. Like Clockwood and the rest of the team decided, we're going to flank. Now, here we go. The Lord already cracking down on towards that crystal. They're going to take their time. Ooh, interesting angle for the wild charge here is Fluffy trying to get... the penalty zone absolutely whipping. They're out of there.
That's an ult for an ult. A good trade if I were you. Listen up. RRQ Akira can still defend. And I think, given their lineup, this is a good position for them. This is an okay position for them. I would rather be RRQ Akira's comp than be Evos Glory's comp stuck in their base.
Also true, their high ground defense is very nice, but RRQ Akira is eventually going to come to a point where they're going to have to walk out of that base, right?
Yep, there is a fresh amount of jungle for a take-in, and it's out of their base that they can find these sneaky wild charges, which has been a while since we've seen Luis do something with that.
Yeah, especially when Lois are top in the damage charts as well, right? That's why there are just so many conditions that need to be met. And hold on, looks like the rest of RRQ Akira are just going to squat up at this point. No point trying to split push.
Yeah, I think they're just respecting the fact that there might be a huge diversion play from Claw-kun. Again, folks, you might be confused. Luis, Luyi. We'll call them the player names, for sure. Unless we're specifically talking about the kits, then that's when the heroes come up. So far, so good. Again, that's a fully built CC we're looking at. And then just one more for Saigen to hit the threshold.
It's about to happen, King. He notices, but he's able to take a good amount of damage. Oh, he's fine too! And now they're starting to take the space. They're not giving them an opportunity as Takashi is already in backline. Fluffy's trying to slow them down with the penalty. So Netherrealm finally comes out, and now Brands is dead. Saigen is going to keep on pushing. And here comes Annabelle, their biggest problem. Winds of Nature is out for Gusta Lagusta. Bladed Tempest comes out, finds one in the kill. And Saigen says, no, you don't have the magic defense. Get out of here.
For the first time in, I'd say, 5 or 6 minutes, RRQ Akira actually get a winning trade. They give up Gusta Lagusta for Fluffy and Brands. Thank you very much, or I guess, gracias.
Gracias. Oh, man. Honestly, these teams are like dead even. It's 14-14. We're 20 minutes into the game, the longest one we've had so far.
Obrigado, Portuguese. But you're right, it's amazing how both teams are playing on different axes, and they're still trading to the level that they are. Look, oh my god, what a zoom in from our Amazon Arena stage cam. 9-1-2. I almost forgot that we were looking at Annabelle at what, like 7-8 minutes? 0-0-0, and now he's at 9-1-2.
Dude, Annabelle's portrait is so funny. It's so funny.
So
He's like, the
Annabelle.
difference between you and me is about 3 inches.
It's so Annabelle.
It's so Annabelle.
He's known as the jokester for Evos Glory. He was scouted by the Evos fam when he started playing at 14. And now he's a ripe core. Check it out. They're starting up the Lord one more time. King trying to pull it out a little closer to their side of the map. Dreams spotted here by Luis. They trade blows. And so far, oh, this is why a Ling is so dangerous when he's in meta. He does more than just clean house. He cleans up the map. Almost with impunity, Gideon. He's able to go split from side lane to side lane.
And the worst part is they also have the combination of Clawhood and as well as Brands. Lodi just TPing the Clawed up to the top side of the map and
Right.
the BMI back.
Yep, the world's longest BMI. It's dirty. It's almost broken. And now we're waiting for a fight to actually break out. Lord here approaching half health. That's one of the things you actually get with a Grok as well. With a Guardian's Barrier, you're able to control and cordon off the Lord. Oh, the Shadow Stampede with a pull!
Oh, he gets pulled tight on in. Takashi's doing some good damage, but does Fluffy end up, and well, he does end up using that Winter Crown to survive. I thought he might end up dying there, but...
And a tranche. A crown, there you go. And a flicker, I'm rather, sorry.
But at the end of the day, right, nobody dies, and we all reset. The biggest problem for RRQ Akira is the fact that they're missing 2 inhibitors. Evos Glory are like, hands off. We'll just let the game do its own thing.
Because they are in control of the map. They did penetrate top and bottom. So that's RRQ Akira with permanent damage that they constantly have to deal with. It's actually the onus on them to maintain and manage their waves. Lord here, now at 2/3 of its health. Clawkun and Branch is wailing away at it. King with a slight pull. And yeah, this is where you can really feel RRQ Akira with the pressure on the map. Like, they're not able to make many moves.
They're just finger on the trigger, just waiting. Come on, show yourself.
Yeah, they constantly have to put up a bishop or a knight next to their king. I mean, literally speaking, so that they don't get checkmate.
Here we go. Brands and Annabelle opting to try and, beat Takashi down. This does prompt a response from RRQ Akira to take them a little bit of control, but they notice that a majority of the EVOS members are still holding the mid lane just to ensure that they don't get flanked.
All right, Little Wonder. This is going to be very important for RRQ Akira to score. At least they have passive vision. Takashi now!
Wait, Gustavo Gusta is in the middle of that fight as well. Bladed Tempest is out. Does he have the Finch poise? It looks like he does. Takashi is going to start running down Brands, but here comes Gustavo Gusta. Gusta tries to go on in, but Brands outplays him. Lycan pounds Winter Crown into this fool.
Okay, so this is what's painful about that last engage. Could have been amazing for RRQ Akira, but it's relatively low stakes for Evos Glory because, again, they're more mobile on the map. So now RRQ Akira have to actually walk their way, march their way into the pit. Now Lord at less than half health.
Yep, Fluffy's in some trouble here. Winter Crown once again already activated. Ooh, great welcoming for Luis, but still creates an escape. Netherrealm is already out, and this might be the moment that they've been waiting for. Gusta is chunked low, and Annabelle is going to look. Winter, Wind of Nature popped. He still goes down. Clockhood is able to splash the damage into the backline. Gusta and King are down. 1 minute death timers, and Evos Glory, they've already got this Luminous Lord empowered, in a matter of fact. Annabelle just chasing them down.
Takash buy in time, but there are just some things that another realm can't solve. Takash, Louise, Saigen, they have to defend for their lives. Guardian's Barrier up, just delaying the inevitable.
Oh, the splash damage. Clockhood, stop it, man! He's just harassing all of them. Penalty zone as well, shoving him even further out of the crystal. That's gonna be GG. Evos Glory in a tight game against RRQ Akira. Take game 1.
Just under 25 minutes. In true Evos Glory fashion, they took the scenic route, put on a show for the Evos fam and everyone watching all around the world to take the first game.
That mechanic, that unique mechanic, and then Dreams and that last Lord Dance was able to just man up against the entirety of RRQ and use the implosion not for a setup but to actually stop RRQ from even getting vision onto the Lord, which was so instrumental to Evos winning that.
I like how Gideon was like, yeah, try to go through this Winter Crown, fool.
Winter Crown, fool.
Oh, so many Winter Crowns, by the way.
Yeah, so many Winter Crowns, and really show dividends in this game where you feel like you've got the upper hand and then they just turn things around. But gotta say, RRQ Akira, we were talking about the CC pick, but honestly, I felt like you did well.
Yeah, it did really, really well. I think we figured out in the game itself, we were talking about, okay, the CC, usually we pick it up against tanky members, but in this...